Today's show is all junk journaling, guys. So if you are here looking for snacks or kids' clothes, well, unfortunately, this show is not that. But I do have those coming up, and I'm hoping to have lots more shows over the next couple weeks. So let me get the first giveaway started, and we'll let it run the full 5 minutes. And it's going to be a fun grab bag of all of the different ephemera that you see there on the screen. Yay, too cute. Thank you. Hi, Lemon and Lilies. I'm so glad to see some friends. Sarah is here. Guys, this is my new obsession. I am in love with junk journaling. Mostly, I have been collecting all of the junk to journal, and you can maybe hear in my voice a little bit of scratch. I've been down for the count the last week with laryngitis. I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to make the show, but I'm so glad that I am. And it's just, I'm going to throw a bunch of junk at you. And if you want to journal with it, great. If you're not quite sure what I'm talking about, well, you might need to go to YouTube and type in junk journal. And if you type in junk journal flip through, you will see the wonderful, beautiful creations that I'm talking about. It's an evolution of scrapbooking. We all know scrapbooking, and many of us caught the scrapbooking bug 20 years ago, maybe in high school or college or after college, depending on if you're my age. And then we kind of let it go. Well, this is an evolution of scrapbooking, and it's much more free form. It is much more fun. There's far less precision, and there's a bit of a treasure hunt to it. So, those of us that love thrifting, I'm telling you, once you start junk journaling, you see the world through a completely different lens. A little Sanford and Son like if if you're not careful, but I absolutely love it. So I hope that I can introduce some of my friends to it too. All right. So far, I only have one person that's entered the giveaway, and there's a few of you in here. So if you would please go ahead and join the giveaway. You're going to get all of these things. And let me see if I can find Claire from my last show. I haven't visited with Claire in a while. So she kind of got stuck over here in the corner. But I absolutely need to show her to you while we're waiting for that raid, which is going to happen while I'm digging. Here she is. Okay, Google, stop. That's my 7 o'clock alarm. Hey, Google, stop. All right, guys. Give us just a second while I've got 3 giveaways planned. So stick with me and you will see some of the fun. Let me show you the most. Yay, the raid is here. Welcome in, guys. Get into the givey. This is what I'm going to go ahead and give away. It's a little bit of everything. I have a few friends in the room that have no idea what junk journaling is. So I'm just going to do a quick 5 second flip through of the journal that I did for last month's Junk Journal Jamboree. The theme was fashion, and so I made this fun kind of inspired student journal. I call her Claire, and in my mind, Claire is a fashion student who has collected all of her favorite fabrics and trims and patterns, and this is just a little of her inspiration as well as a spot for her to keep track of all of her maps and her grades and the courses that she's taking. And so for those of you that have never seen a junk journal before, this is a very rough draft of one. It is not finished, it's not inked, but the great thing about junk journaling is that there are no rules. There are trends, but there are not rules. The only thing is that you just throw stuff together and you can, this is a piano roll. Look at that. So some of these papers are going to be in today's show. I was really hoping to create some bundles with you because, guys, I have been collecting stuff like crazy. I have not been journaling as much as collecting. So tonight's show is a little bit of a de-stash, or it's just going to be a chat with me and I'll give away a few things. So the first giveaway is going to include this really fun slide, some vintage Monopoly pieces. That one's a regular game piece from Candyland. This is from a Wheel of Fortune game. We've got a piece of ledger paper. These are hard to find. Check it out. I got some file folders that are vintage file folders that have the letter stickers on them. And then a pink file folder. Again, older pink ones are harder to find. A nice butterfly napkin. So that's the Givey recipe, of course. That's the Givey. Get in the Givey. And then we're going to tear some books apart. Okay, so let's see. 2 seconds left. Let's see who gets the pink folder of ephemera goodies. Selecting a winner. The winner is Paper Trail Studio. Perfect. She's going to know what to do with all of this fun stuff. And I also am going to do a buyer's appreciation giveaway at the end of the hour before we read Humble. And it will include many of these same things as well. You're going to see we're going to build the box as we go. So if anybody is feeling like getting started with a nice big stash of goodies, I put up there, grab yourself a box. So you will be able to fill this medium flat rate box for just the cost of postage and then $10. So as much as we can fit into your box in the hour, and I will fill it to the gills with dictionary pages and children's book pages and buttons and trim and lace and things like that. Now, I know that it's a little bit of a new concept, this idea that maybe you would buy the box. So, as we go along, if you want to buy a box, great. Then you can start filling that box and you don't pay anything else. You only pay the box price, guys. So, let me pin it real quick and I'll explain it one more time. But in the meantime, we'll do some traditional auctions as well. Okay, so is the Powerball still open? Lotto time. Oh, now I see. I misunderstood. All right. So let me move the boxes over. Okay. Right now I have them in the auction tab and I'm going to move them over to the bin. Okay, I didn't want anybody buying one ahead of time without really understanding. So there's 10 boxes at $10 plus flat rate shipping, ready, set, go. They are over in the bin. I can only do a guaranteed 10 boxes tonight, but you basically get to fill it with as much stuff as you want in the next hour. Okay, it's a little bit of a game style. In the meantime, let's start with some buttons. Okay, I saw that Queen Bee was sharing her love of buttons, and don't we all love buttons? So we're going to start with a dozen buttons for $1. I'm going to put in more than a dozen and check my camera angle here. And it's a mix. Okay, it's a guaranteed dozen. So there you go, starting at $1. 30 seconds on the clock. We'll put it down to 10 seconds. And if you'd like to grab some buttons, there's a nice little mix here, one with a Scotty dog. A lot of vintage white buttons is what I dug through this last time. You've got some that are the shank style and some that are 2-hole, some that are 4-hole. Queen Bee, she loves a good button. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, and I'm going to get a big baggie started for you. So there's the first dozen plus. Oops, 2 fell out. Let me make sure there's no hole in the bag. Nope, it was just my aim. All right, we'll do that a few more times, guys. Okay, going to sprinkle some buttons similar to a scoop. It's basically whatever there is. Okay, if you see something you love, great. If not, then I'll mix it up for the next one. We'll do it 9 times. Okay. And if you have already bought a box, then you could say that you want to put this in your box. And I would just put it in your box. And we fill the boxes until they're done. So anybody want to buy a box for $10 and throw these buttons in the box to get their box started? Let me double check if there's any questions. Yay, Queen Bee, she is ready. She got a box. And so I'm going to go ahead and take her first one and I'm going to add these buttons to it. Okay. Because I just said, hey, if you get a box, then you can get these buttons. And so now we're going to put that in her box. She now has first dibs on anything that I show you guys. It goes straight into the box. There is a hole in that, I think. Yeah, there's a tiny hole in there. I'll fix your bag. But it went straight into your box. Okay. Last call for buttons. Does anybody else want buttons? If so, say me. And then I'm going to encourage more of you to grab. There's more than a dozen there. Ready, set, go. All right, and then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do some children's books pages. Children's books pages is next. We can always come back to buttons, guys. They're just going to sit here off here to the side in case somebody else joins us. Okay. So we're going to do some children's book pages, and I'm going to show you why I love the children's books ones, because they are the first to weather and age. And so you see how brown that page is. That's what we junk journalers love. And see how brown that page is. Okay. So this first book, I'm going to go ahead and start the pages of this book. This is from when I was a teacher back in the day. That's my back in the day book. And if you'd like this one, where's my, sorry, I'm going to pin it here. And let me know in the chat, Queen Bee, do you need a children's book? If so, I'll toss it in your box. If not, then I'll run it as an auction for anybody else, or we'll set it off to the side. And well, hi Envy, how are you doing? Queen Bee, let me know if you'd like a book added to your box. If so, I'll just toss it straight in. Yes, exactly. It's so nice and aged. Okay, so there we go. She's got a book in her box. She already paid for the box. Okay, so now I'm going to offer up a second one. Okay, this one is also nicely aged, but I have torn some of the pages out of it and used them already. So this is the classic freckle juice. And so it's what's left of the pages. And this one, let's see, did I see somebody buy a box just now? Looks like Bubby and Bean got a box. Oh, and Aloha got a box. Perfect. Okay, so first person, Bubby and Bean or Aloha to say me. I will toss this into your box. Yay, Aloha said it. All right, Aloha. Let me get this going into your box. All right, and then let me get the other box. And I'll offer up another kid's book to my dear friend. We'll make sure that everybody that gets a box gets a children's book. Okay, that's the idea. Everybody that gets a box will get a children's book. Okay, so Aloha, I've got Freckle Juice in your box, and then Bubby and Bean. Let me show you Raccoon, and No Trouble at All. This one is a hardcover book. This one has a library pocket, which is nice, and a couple of the date due tags. And then it has some really cute squirrels. Now it does have writing in it, but you know, we don't mind. It's got the single color peach orange second print. And this one is a great kids book, no smell. And so I'm checking to see if my friend Bubby would like this book. If not, that's okay. We can add other things to your box instead. And let me make sure that I didn't miss anybody else. Okay, there's still a few other boxes to buy if you'd like to play along. Pass, no problem. So let me offer this one at an auction of $1. And I'm also going to get another giveaway going, okay? So that people aren't getting too confused, like, what? What's going on? So this one is running right now for 10 seconds. If anybody would like this book separately, you don't want to buy a box, you just want the book, then you can say yes. If not, that's okay. And I will save it. And let's get another giveaway going. Feeling Blessed. This is one of those great primitives by Kathy. These are cute if you do stream like I do, to just kind of have on the side in the screen. So that's the giveaway right now for you or for a friend. It looks like it's got a tiny little spot there, but that's okay. Not too bad. All right, moving this out of the way. And the next thing that I'm going to do, I've got my 3 ladies with their 3 boxes. Okay, and I've got these for you guys. So you can say yes, please, or pass, like Queen Bee did. Excuse me, like Bubby did. What is it, Bean and Bubby? Gotta learn your name, sweetie. Bubby and Bean. Okay, so I'm taking these apart. Okay, and they'll be in your box. Each of you guys gets one of these. I put one together, so I'm going to auction this one off. Basically, what I did is I took a candle topper, the top that, you know, the lid that goes into a jar candle, and then I glued this on. I believe that these had their own separate system of sorts, but this will work just fine. Take some junk and turn it into a stamper. So I'm just going to drop one of these into each of your boxes. If you don't love it or don't think that you can use it, then please pass it along. And this one I'm going to go ahead and auction off, and it's up for bid for anybody. Okay. It is a cute bird's nest circle stamp. Bird's nest circle stamp. Looks like we're going to pass on that one. Thanks for looking. Okay, next we're going to go through this book and we're going to tear it apart a little bit. Okay, this one is plant portraits, and I'm going to start at the back. And this is what we do, guys. I'm showing my friends that are like, what in the world is she doing? You find a book, you buy a book, you tear a book. Okay, many of these books are ones that were at the bins. Okay, ladies, would anybody like this thicker piece that is a little bit more like a watercolor paper? If so, say my box, please, or me. Aloha said it first, so it goes into Aloha's box. Okay, and then my other gals, I'll give you some index pages. They're a nice thick page, and the ones that are indices or table of contents, those are great for journaling. But otherwise, okay. 3 for the first person that says me. 1, 2. These are great for making tags. 3 for the first person is Queen Bee. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the second person that says me. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Aloha. Thank you guys for playing along. And then 1 off to the side. 1, 2, 3. I want to make sure that they're all flowers. Off to the side. Ooh, and a bigger one. 4 and 5 for beans. All right. Ladies, you guys all have some of those now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages for anybody else that wants to play along, and I'll double check it and make sure. Yell at me if you bought a box and I didn't see it. So starting at $1, if anybody wants to add this to their box and get another 5, I can add it to your box, ladies, or if anybody else wants to grab it and start making tags. These are really great images. Let me show you a little bit more closely. Okay. All right, I'm going to add this into the buyer's appreciation giveaway, which I have set off to the side over here. All right, so those of you that are playing along, we're going to move on to the next puzzle pieces. Who needs some jumbo puzzle pieces? All right. Let me find my corners, because those are, if I can. I think I set the corners off to the side somewhere, guys. I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to offer up corners tonight, but I do have some straight edges. Anybody want a puzzle piece for my box, ladies? If so, first person to say me. Queen Bee, you want more pages? No problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your box is nowhere near full, so I'll give you those 5 plus these other appendices pages that we started with. Okay, ladies with a box, would you like a puzzle piece? Jumbo puzzle piece for Queen Bee, Aloha, or Aloha says pass. Queen Bee or Bean? Do you guys need, ooh, who won the giveaway? Envy. Envy, you get a plaque headed your way. He's one of my biggest supporters, so that'll be a fun one for you. Queen Bee will take a puzzle piece. Okay. And then what about Bean? Bean, do you want a puzzle piece? Jumbo puzzle piece? And oh yeah, send me a note on whatnot, and I will. I want to get back into the snack game. All right, we're gonna do 3 jumbo puzzle pieces as the next bid or box, and off we go. I'm gonna switch it to 15 seconds. 10 seems a little fast. Okay, 3 jumbo puzzle pieces. If anybody wants to start a box or have them sent to you separately, Otherwise, I'm going to take these three and add them to the buyer's appreciation giveaway. So you guys might end up with some puzzle pieces, okay, along with those pages there. Next up, this is really fun. This is diary dates. Okay, so sometimes when you're making a journal, you really like to have a specific date in mind. So, ladies that have a box, if you have a date that you want me to flip for, I will. It is Christian focused. And so, if you want to pass, that's fine. But these are great. It's great to have something that has a date on it when you're making a journal for somebody special. So, if you have a date in mind, October 1st and 4th, no problem. Now, sometimes it's either or when it's front and back, but you should be okay. All right, so October 4th, let me tear it a couple pages back so that I get a good tear first. Okay, loosening up the book. Do you see what we're doing, guys? We tear books apart. That's what we do. So I'm going to try and tear the other one first just to make sure that I've got my tearing down. I'll put that one in the buyer's appreciation, October 6th and the 7th. And then here's your 4th. Got you. And flipping to the 1st. Okay, Queen Bee, did you hit me with some dates? I'll check in just a minute there. Oh, not the cleanest here, but still pretty good. Pretty good there. Okay, slide in that. Let's see. Aloha on June 8th and August 26th. Okay. August 26th. Coming at you. And June 8th. Okay, crack that spine. Makes it easier to tear pages in the middle. Not every book has a clean tear, but many of them do. A little bit of practice, you kind of start to realize which ones do and which ones don't. We're going to do some fun, colorful pages next. Okay, so I've got June 8th and August 26th for Aloha. Aloha, yours is Freckle Juice. Okay, and then Queen Bee. Looks like she's maybe going to pass, or she'll tell me when she comes back. I'll throw some dates in hers. Does anybody else want to bid on a date? You can have 2 different pages, 2 different dates. Yeah, of course, Aloha. December 10th. Everything's allowed until we get your box full. You get a $10 box of goodness. Whatever you see on the screen, basically. You get first dibs between the 3 of you. Find it. December 10th. Okay. Hi, Instructory. If you want to grab a box, we're doing boxes full of goodies. Basically, everything that I throw in front of you on the screen, you get to throw it into your box for the price of shipping plus $10. Okay, there's 2 pages there. There's the 10th and the 12th. You can use the other one just to junk. Was it Aloha or Aloha? Let me make sure I get it in the right box. Okay, we're going to move on from that. We can come back to diary dates, but I want to do some fun pages. Oh, actually, quick, I wanted to do slides for you guys. I assume each of you would like a slide. Okay, I'm pretty sure these are landscapes. Just say pass if you don't want a slide, but these are hard to find. I was so excited when I found these in the bins this week. So Bubble and Bean, one for you. Aloha, one for you. And Queen Bee might have stepped away. If so, that's okay. I'll drop one in for her. And then let me see how many I still have. At least 2. If I can find a third one, then I'll do a third one. But if anybody would like just 2 slides, here's 2 slides, and I'll throw in a puzzle piece. Okay, just making sure we've got some auctions going too. Yes, and Queen Bee, did you want any diary dates? Any of the dates that are left? I'm happy to tear for you. Just give me like birthdays, anniversaries, or anything that might be good for you. Okay, I'm going to put these things in the buyer's appreciation. Okay. Next up, we're going to go through a little bit of this. Right, some of it's more vintage than others. So, okay, ladies, it'll be whoever says first between the 3 of you, unless somebody else bought a box, in which case you got to tell me, got to holler at me. Doesn't look like it yet, and that's okay. We're having fun, the three of us. The four of us. Okay, so the first one is no iron sotache braid. So if anybody would like that in their box, Bubble and Bean, looks like she said me. Okay, second one is Flexi Lace. This is a nice gray lace. Aloha. And then um, my friend Queen Bee, you can say yes or pass, in which case I can show you a couple of the other choices. Yes. All right. Green there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, running those for $1 for anybody that would like some seam binding. These are really bias tape seam binding. You can cut these into the tiniest little bits and frame pictures with them, or use them for the tops of tags. People use these for all kinds of things. So 15 seconds on the clock and off we go. If there's anything you want to revisit, I'm happy to do revisiting. All right. Put them. Next, we're going to tear apart Honeybee's Vintage Day, and then we're going to do some game pieces. Okay. I'm going to put this one in the Buyer's Appreciation giveaway. All right, Honeybee's Busy Day. We're going to tear this book apart, but I wanted to show you a technique. Those of you that maybe have also sold on Amazon know that this is called a Scotty peeler. It's good for peeling price tags off of things. It's a little bit of a razor edge, so you've got to be careful when you're using it, of course. But for any of the books that have a thinner thread, for their binding, I absolutely love it for a quick, it's faster than getting your scissors underneath there. So I'm just going to go through. I saved this one to show you guys that instead of tearing, if your book is bound by threads, especially like this older, this one isn't, I don't know, it's probably 80s. It's not valuable vintage, but it is older. And so those just kind of come, you don't even have to snip all of them necessarily, because then the pages will start to just come up. But sometimes I like two pages together so that I'm not having to fold one page down the middle when creating the signatures. So this is called a Scotty peeler. You can find, here, I'll show it to you one more time if you want to take a screenshot. I highly, highly recommend these. These are great. There's also, they usually come in a pack with this kind too, which is good for getting price tags off, but it's also good for getting in there. So just know that it's sharp. It does come with a cover, but then look, the pages just come, voila, right out. So let me see how many pages I've got. These are really cute spring images. Thank you, Abstractory, for the recommendation. So, all right. Ducks. Who wants ducks? Say me if you'd like the duck double page. Nobody's saying ducks yet. Okay. Dragonfly, blue flower, squirrel, and also blue flower. Bubba's going to take that one. And then here's the last choice. We'll go again. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors. Queen Bee, since you're my mod, I'm going to do deference to you. Would you rather have the bunny and the cover, or would you rather have the ducks and the frog? Ducks. Ducks it is. That one's going in yours. And Aloha, you get what's left. Okay. Next, we're going to do some bingo cards. These are nice vintage bingo cards. So all three of you are going to get one. And I'll put one in the Buyer's Appreciation. And then I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for $1. If anybody else wants to start to get in on the action. Well, there's still plenty of time. We still have a half hour for doing a box. The ladies' boxes are barely even a quarter full. There's plenty of space in there for more. Oh, you're going to pass on the book, Aloha? No problem. I'll put it with the Buyer's Appreciation instead. I think I understood that. Okay. All right. Same. We're going to do, oh, we're not going to do vulture. That one's not the nicest one. Some of these aren't great. Worm, let's find some good ones. Okay, squirrel, probably. Fish, elephant, I suppose I could switch them over. X-ray, Valentine is a cute one. Queen. Okay. So, bunny, cat, penguin, bee, duck, koala, and elephant. All right, queen bee, I assume maybe you would like the bee. Any bird or princess? Yes, princess and only bird is vulture, I think, unfortunately, or flamingo. Okay. So queen bee would like the bee. That's what I figured. I'll put that one in yours. And aloha, I think you said princess. I'll give you ostrich. I said flamingo, but it's actually ostrich. And then um let's see. Bean, would you prefer Valentine and mouse or cat and bunny? Bean, yeah. Do those two. Okay. And then here, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vintage cards for $1 for anybody else that wants to grab some. Or ladies, if you want to add those to your box. And then I'll put all of these that are the ones that are a little bit more odd into the buyer's appreciation. They're still fun. Yeah, nobody bought it. So, Queen Bee, you may have bunny. Ladies, do you want anything else that you see? Aloha would like koala bear. And Shababa would like cat. Okay, and then I'm just going to go duck, fish, squirrel so we can keep things moving, okay? And then these are fun too. So on this side, they look newer, like the normal cards, but I love this side. This side looks more vintage to me. So they're a little bit older, probably 90s or something. But let me go ahead and drop a couple of these in each um, of your boxes. And then I'll run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for $1. And I will put these in the buyer's appreciation. And then let me just make sure that I got the pages correct. Let's see. So I feel like, so Queen Bee, you had the ducks, right? And then Aloha, you had the book but said pass. And then Bean, you had the squirrel, right? Please correct me if I got that wrong. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. I'm going to also do this. All right, guys. So I don't have 12 yet, but if you guys don't want to do the flat rate shipping, I think there's almost 12 in here. These are pretty awesome. Okay, so these are the bundles that are similar. I started building these right before the show. And let me find the listing. Dozen pieces. It says 10 available, but there's only 3 available. I don't know why I put 10. That would be for a different show. All right, so I'm going to start the auction on this first one. I think it has a dozen pieces. If not, I'll add a little bit more. It's going to start at $1, so anybody that wants to bid on this can, and I'll walk you through. There's at least a dozen pieces that are going to be in this vintage file folder. Okay, so the vintage file folder, actually, it's a regular file folder that includes a vintage file folder. Hope that makes sense. All right, let's walk through it. I'm going to do dollar start, and I'm gonna do 1 minute and 30 seconds, just so that we have a little bit more time to talk. And I got to get caught up on my comments. Buy boxes in the bin. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for explaining it. Otherwise, if you don't want to buy a full box, then you can bid on this, which includes some of the stuff. Oh, invalid product when attempting to start auction. I got a new warning. Why would it tell me invalid product? Has anybody ever seen that warning before? That's a new one. Okay. Minute and 30 seconds. Start auction. Okay, it was random. Okay, so here's what we've got. We've got one of those money cards. This one you guys haven't seen yet, and I'm going to try and find this for you guys, ladies. This is a bridge, I think it's called a bridge tally sheet. Aren't those beautiful? And then a playing card from Norway. This is the Wheel of Fortune playing card or game piece, a slide. This is a vintage oatmeal flashcard, a bingo card. If we have time, I can show you the Japanese arrangements book that I pulled this from. So this is just kind of from the 70s. This is a really old bingo card. Actually, got those on Whatnot. 2 pages from the Japanese flower book. A nice old recipe book page, ledger page. These are hard to find, guys. And then the letter P, letter O wasn't supposed to be in there. Okay, so that should be at least 12 pieces, and I will probably add more. No deal. Ooh, dollar ephemera packs. It must be the shipping. Is the shipping too high, or are we just kind of, is it late in the day? I'm completely understanding. Just let me know if there's something else that you want me to show you. And let me grab those tally cards while I'm thinking about it for, and I've got some Monopoly money. Ladies that have a box, tell me yes, please, for Monopoly money and cards. And then let me start to look at some of my other vintage papers here for you. And board books. I got so much stuff. We just got to keep rolling. Let's get those boxes filled. And then I can go back and do buttons. We've got napkins. Let's fill those boxes. The boxes are $10 plus flat rate shipping. So $10, fill a box. Basically, everything that you see. Ladies, I'm going to go ahead and toss. These are printables, but I like, the birds that are on them. So I'll give you each one of those, and I'll put one in the buyer's appreciation. And then you also, obviously, if you buy a box, you might also get a second box that is from the buyer's appreciation. And then I'm going to give each one of you a Monopoly card. I know some of you might have said pass on a couple of things, but since these are so tiny, they're just going to drop to the bottom, and you can make your own little gifty pack for a friend if it's not your style, okay? And then I'll give you one of the orange. These are the nice Monopoly vintage ones. And then just a touch of money for everybody, okay? Because who doesn't love a little bit of Monopoly money? And while we're doing that, let me then do 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, out the door. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, at least 12. I still need to add a couple of these. 12 plus Monopoly pieces, running that for $1 while I fill the other boxes with just a little bit more. Okay, so I am running things for $1, but I'm also filling boxes that are $10 boxes. Hopefully that makes sense. This is new for me. I've done something similar with snacks, but this is the first time I'm trying to do it with junk since Abstractory gave us an hour and since I don't have as much made as I have collected. Okay, all of this is going in the buyer's appreciation box. Okay, let's do some napkins. Ladies, I'm going to give each of you a butterfly napkin. 1, 2, 3. It's got the blue on the back, orange on the front, blue on the back. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3 there. And they also come in the smaller size. So, ladies, I'll give each of you one of the smaller sizes. And 1, 2, 3, running 6 napkins for $1. If anybody would just like some napkins. Yes, I will do the ephemera pack again. I ran it once, but I'm happy to run it again right after I do. Running right now is 6 napkins, 3 small and 3 big. And box ladies, you each get 1 small and 1 big. Box ladies, you also get a lemon. Okay. And then these will go in the buyer's appreciation pile. All right, let me run an ephemera pack. Okay, this was the ephemera pack. I'm not sure if you saw it. Oh, aloha in your boxes. Um, Let me know what's in this pack that you want, and instead, because I'm gonna run this one more time just before the end. If there's something that you see there, I might still have it on the table, and I'll grab it. The bridge cards I'm looking for still. I think they're underneath the napkins. Okay, here's a pack of kind of aloha like napkins. I'm gonna run that for $1 right now, but I think I understand what you're saying. Thank you, Abstractory. Box ladies, do you need polka dots? I only have a couple. I've got red polka dot, red stripe, blue stripe. Let me know if you need any of that in your boxes. Otherwise, this is running right now for anybody else. Package of cocktail napkins. Pass for aloha. Okay, does anybody need polka dot? I know they're not as much fun as the florals, but there's still some potential. There's still some potential. These are pretty cool. All right, box ladies, let me know if you would like a giant sheet of giraffe wrapping paper. Giant sheet of giraffe wrapping paper. Say yes, please, or pass, and I will add that to your box. Otherwise, I also have these. They're a little bit different. They're mats. These are fun. Okay, so the first mat, say me if you want the blue long mat. So Bean says yes to giraffes. And Queen too, exactly. Decoupaging with napkins. Now I'm like, I keep telling my daughter who loves to go thrifting, look for some napkins. Look for some napkins. Would anybody like one of these mats added to their box? I've got blue, red. I don't know what size that one is. This one looks to be 4x6. Do you see how they're all different? I thought these might be fun to play with. I haven't actually seen anybody journal with them yet, but I grabbed them, saw them at the bins. I was like, "Whoa, let's have fun with those." They were in a big pile. Mats are great for notebook style. There, see, abstractory. And then I think this actually looks like the what do you call that? Carbon copy paper, but I haven't tested it yet. Not so much. You can't find them as often. Yeah, these are definitely all vintage. I mean, you can tell that they're older. That one is definitely cool. But if it's not your style, a small one, please. Aloha would like a smaller one, so I will. Ooh, how about that? Here, I'll toss that one in for you. Aloha. And Bubba's gonna get the blue one, that one. And Queen, I'll just toss one in for you. Okay. All right. Next up on the Price is Right. What did we decide for? I still had two ladies. Yeah, I gave you a solid Queen. Queen, do you want giraffe and aloha? Did I put giraffe in yours, or are you guys passing? Let me know. Okay, next, let's do some fabric. And instead of saying me, type the color that you want. These are all fabric samples. I literally bought these today. I've been volunteering at a thrift store and I was like, oh, those will be great for the show tonight. Okay. All right. So let me show you the back. Okay. This is what the back looks like. And then this is what the front looks like. So here's your choices, ladies. You've got green, blue, purple, gold. We'll call this one brown. And I'll call this one tan. It's a little bit more like a cream. Queen Bee says blue. Blue coming at ya. And Aloha said purple. I think I got that right. And Bubba says pass, no problem. Okay, I might have some more fabric that I can show you. And then let me go ahead and auction off these two And this one, I'm going to keep the green. But let's do those for $1 for anybody else that's around and wants 3 really great pieces of, it's almost like a brocade, right? What do they call it? Milano. It's polyester 2010 fabric samples. Okay. Let me toss one of those in the buyer's appreciation. All right. How do we feel about, okay, we'll put some binder clips in. Okay. Each of you will get a silver binder clip, bulldog clip, and then if anybody else would like a nice little stash, I don't know if there's a dozen there, almost. Bulldog clips. I like the silver ones. We are going to do that for $1. And while that is running, these bulldog clips, I wanted to show you guys this typed vintage cookbook. So again, this is how we take them apart, guys. There's no need to rip it. These, I forget what the plastic part is called. There's a name for it. Just pull it right off. But ladies, I'll give each one of you one of the images, okay, and then one of the recipes as well. Okay, so image and recipe, image and recipe. These crack me up, these pictures. And then I think that one looks like Chinese food, which is fine. Bamboo. I was looking for one that was more. There we go. That one's good. Image and recipe. And then let's see if we can get some bidding action going. Look at this. We're going to bid on this one, guys. This is the dessert section. So starting at $1 for just this section of the cookbook that I just tore apart. 20 seconds on the clock, starting at $1. Cute Sunday image, and then it's a date bars recipe. Then there's a fruits image and frosted strawberries recipe, drunken pineapple recipe, candied red apples, and fruit crush. Super cute. Okay, adding that to the buyer's appreciation. And then if any of you that have boxes would like more recipes from this collection, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to give you a little random sample. Okay. And next up is going to be some baby animals book pages. So one of the things that I'm really wanting to experiment with is kids books. I used to own a children's bookstore and not children's bookstore, children's clothing store. And we had kids books in the store. And I have 4 of my own children. And I have a lot of books that have rips or chews and things, especially the board books. And you can't donate those or, put them in your hand-me-down pile. And I haven't known what to do with them. And then I found out about junk journaling. And I was like, oh my gosh. So this is the first board book that I've taken apart. So ladies, I'm going to give you dibs, but I think these will make great tags. So there's baby. So that one is cow. This one is puppies. And then this one is horse. And this one is pig. There's bunnies. And let's see, monkey. And then elephant's a little bit torn. Elephant isn't in the best shape. Let me know if you guys would like one of those. Aloha wants cow. Okay. Queen Bee wants puppies. Ladies, you've got to tag me or send me a little note when you turn them into something. I literally tore this apart before the show. I was so excited. And then Aloha said cow. So bean binder coil. That's right. I see your old one. Would you like any of these? If not, you can pass. And the one page, check it out. I was able to keep it as a double. So I think that's fun. That one I'm going to auction off, ladies. Starting at $1. And then let's take a look at my time. Leo, you grab my charging cord. Looks like we've got 14 minutes. Yes, Bubble and Bean, you can have the bunnies one. And then, yes, please, because I'm down to 18%. And otherwise, I got to try and figure out. Okay, and then ladies, look at these really fun. Repeat. If I missed If I missed your comment, please just repeat it because obviously you see me hustling, trying to get your boxes full before. But I'm glad that you guys all um, said yes, please, to those boxes because I will fill them to the brim with stuff off camera too. Isn't this one cool? This is a vintage graph paper, but it's 1 centimeter squares. I've only seen this once and I only have a few pages, but each of you guys are going to get one of those pages. Okay. And then each of you guys are going to get ledger paper. Okay, let me give you 2 ledger papers. One, two, one, two, one, two. Okay, and that means that I have the card page and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pages for $1 if anybody needs some ledger paper. Aloha. I think I got what I think I gave it to everybody. So we're good, right? We're good? Or repeat. I think we're good. Think we're good. Awesome. Okay, so pass on that. Okay, I'm gonna give each of you one of these vintage thank you cards. They definitely have like I love that the frame is one that you can kind of cut out if you don't want the thank you part. Otherwise, whatever, you get a good thank you card and an ecru matching envelope. And then same, these are a nice wide envelope, wide, what do you call that? The closure lip. I'm running out of words. 2 for you, 2 for you, and 2 for you. Okay. And then let me just put a little bundle together here, guys, just in case there's anybody else that's in the house that's like, well, I want something. I just don't want to pay $10 for a whole box. Here's some bulldog clips, some thank you notes without envelopes, and then some other envelopes. Just a little clear the desk dollar bundle. Oh, not add product actions. Start auction. Yes, let me check and see if there's more desserts. Okay, this is running right here for $1. And checking to see. We'll do a little flipsies. Or if you see something else that you like, happy to try and pull. That's the front. It didn't look like it had a table of contents. Burgers, onion, noodles, tea cakes. Ooh, okay, here we go. So you can have that one and a couple more dessert recipes. And hi, Diana. I am. I'm having fun. I'm filling boxes with paper junk. It's my new obsession. I'm loving the junk journal jamboree. And then let's see. I don't know if there's another. Ooh, there's pie. Okay, who wants pie? Say me, me, me. Me, me, me. Hi, junk paper scissors. All right, all done with recipes. And okay, guys, send me in a direction. Cards. Oh, we didn't do the tallies yet. Okay, let's do that. And then I'm going to put this one. This is one of my favorite ribbons. I'm going to put it in the buyer's appreciation since I don't have enough for all 3 of you. One of you might get that buyer's appreciation box. These are the bridge tallies. Oh my gosh, these are so cool. There were 24 of them and I took 3 out for the ephemera packs. So let me add one of, let's see how many styles there are. These are so cool. Okay, so it looks like there's this building, and that building. Okay, so I think if I do it right, each of you can have one of each of the different buildings of these bridge tallies. Okay, so I'll do one of those for each of you. I'll switch it out in the ephemera packs. Talking to myself a little bit, but I do know what I'm saying. Okay, so, all right, if you're just joining or if you're still listening in, I'm just going to switch this out real quick for one of my friends. And then I'm going to run all of this, guys. This is a great pack if you're wanting to get into junk journaling for $1. And then as I go through this, Aloha, you had asked me about adding this to your pack, and I certainly can do that. But if there's something that you see that you want, I can probably pull it. Oh, Abstractory, they are going to be such awesome boxes. I'm going to stuff them to the gills off camera too. I really wanted to play with this format, and I think, I think it's a good one as people get to know me and all of this stuff. My favorite part of the game is sourcing everything, and now I've got to actually get into the crafting. I love watching the videos and like sourcing and sorting. So all of this for $1. But okay, how are we doing, my box ladies? Hi, homeschool. How are you doing? Oh, good. Yes, please do. And I'll try to share my thoughts with you, like what, because there's the way that I thought it was going to go in my mind, and then the way that it's going, and it's not bad at all. But I have to wrap my head around. Okay, wait, what did I need to have within reach, or what did I forget to do? All right, so 7:53. I'm going to run the buyer's appreciation giveaway in just a minute. So, and the buyer's appreciation giveaway is all of this stuff, that not quite everything that they have in their boxes for sure, okay, but it's a good representation of the things that I like to collect. And the one bonus is the ribbon, but I'll throw some ribbons in theirs as well. And then this. Okay, so right before we get to the buyer's appreciation, ladies, is there a certain card that you'd like, or just toss some cards in? Do you guys have enough playing cards? I do have a couple jokers here. Does anybody need playing cards in their box? Bean, are there any cards that you need? I have more off to the side. This just happens to be the one deck that I have in front of me. Queen Bee, do you need any cards in your box? They're Norway. Nothing super interesting, but yes. Okay, do you have a particular number, or do you want the face cards? Queen of Hearts is a good one for Alice in Wonderland, right? How about my other two ladies? Aloha, do you need some cards? There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going into Queen Bees. Aloha, 1, 2. Bakamashu. I thought I saw a Joker. Let's see. I know the Jokers and there's the Jokers. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 going into Alohas. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know what I was counting. Okay. I'm going to put those in Beans box, and I'll add these to the buyer's appreciation box. Guys, this has been so much fun. Ladies, off camera, I'm going to add even more fun stuff. If you want to type into the chat what you like, I have more vintage paper. I've got vintage dictionaries. I've got vintage music books, lots of children's books. I've got more ledger paper. Please type your best request list, and if I have it, I'll put it in the box. If not, I'll start searching for it for the next box, and I'll tag you when I come across it and do the show again. So type your biggest best wish list, and I'll screenshot it while I'm running a very quick buyer's appreciation giveaway. Okay, so make sure, ladies, that you enter that, because then you might get a second box of goodies. Okay, good. So Bubble and Bean wants to be surprised. Aloha Music, anything purple, pink or purple. I can definitely. You guys are easy to please. And then the only thing I ask is that you leave a rave review, because all of the reviews that I have are for my snack boxes and my children's clothes, both of which I'm going to continue selling and get back into. But do want to move forward with doing more of these fun junk journals. It has taken over the kitchen, or excuse me, not the kitchen, the dining room, the living room, and my Amazon eBay desk area. So I've got to pare it down a little bit, but I don't know if or when that's actually going to happen. All right, there's only one entry. You guys don't want to get a second box? Bean, Queen Bee. If you want a second box, there we go. Two entries. Last chance. Is Queen Bee still here? You are welcome. Thank you. I was afraid with my voice. So Queen Bee, Shop Bean, and Aloha. Do you guys all do shows as well? Obviously, I know Queen Bee does. If anybody else wants to shout out their shows real quick in the last 2 minutes, please do. And if you have any requests that you'd like me to be on the lookout for, I go to the bins at least about once a week. And I've got really good bins. The hard goods prices are great. I haven't shown you guys yet any of my wallpaper, wrapping paper, and like I said, I've got some unique vintage dictionaries, Latin, sign language. I'm in Los Angeles, so there's so much stuff around every corner. Yeah, great wallpaper. I have to figure out how to cut it to be able to send it to you guys because right now I have huge rolls and I've covered all my surfaces with junk, so I have nowhere to roll it out. But that's a problem I can solve. Serenity, is yours crafts, or what are you selling, Serenity? And I'll definitely bookmark it right now. All right, let me draw a winner. Let's see who gets a second box. Bean, yay! You're going to be surprised with a second box. I am so excited that you guys took the plunge and did this with me. So, Queen Bee, or excuse me, Bean, this is coming to you. Obviously, Queen Bee, I'm so happy. I got a great giveaway from you. I was driving and I clicked enter giveaway and I felt bad that I couldn't bid. That's the worst when I'm like, I want to bid on that, but I can only be listening. Oh, purses, squishmallows, and more. Awesome. Thank you, Kathy. I so appreciate you listening in, and please bookmark. I'm gonna try and do all of it again, and I'll have more in the bin so that people can look at pictures and have a better idea of what I mean by my lace bundles and my button bundles and things like that. There's so much stuff. So next up, we're headed over to of course, Humble Sunshine. That's right. So let me grab her name, and she is going to be crafting all night long. She's in it for the long haul. So I'm going to hang out with her while I finish adding more stuff into your boxes. Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much. So /raid Humble. Let's head over there. Thanks, guys.